do this IT trends reports thing each year. And this year we wanted to know what are the biggest challenges in IT. So what is most bugging for the IT professional, okay? And the result was like almost 50%. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but the majority definitely said is the complexity of the IT infrastructure, which keeps on growing and growing and growing for various reasons. And there's a bit of a divide depending on the size of the business. So we asked like 3 different sizes, like small, medium, and enterprise. And for the small businesses, complexity is not so much a problem for obvious reasons. It's a small shop, but the bigger the company, the bigger the problem. I think that is the outcome. As a company today, as the business today, if you want to get like a competitive advantage, this is usually driven by technology. But we are not living in the times anymore where you could build stuff with your hands. No, it is IT and it's innovation who are driving the business and help them to get an advantage. Now, that obviously means deploying new tech is an ongoing issue. You have to deploy new tech to be competitive. Your customers want something. We talk about digital transformation. Okay, that would go a little bit too far now, but that is another reason why tech is being deployed in a company. And the more tech, the newer tech, the more complex it gets, and people don't know how to deal with this. And the other point which you mentioned is a very valid one too. This is more for like traditional sectors like healthcare, finance, or for governments, agencies, etc., where you see loads of legacy gear. You have like your 30-year-old supercomputers, okay, which hold like databases of citizens, of customers, whatever, and stuff like that isn't going to be replaced so soon. So the challenge for IT is to create like a patchwork to make the old stuff work with the new stuff. So when we as individuals use a mobile phone to deal with, our insurance company or a bank maybe, for us it looks very modern because we use the mobile phone, but we have no idea what happens in the background, and that is another layer of complexity for the IT people who have to deal with this. One of the problems is that most organizations are using too many tools. So they have like 20, 50, 60 tools for IT management, whatever, which kind of contributes to the complexity, because if you need to check various tools to spot an issue, you're wasting time, it's confusing, it's complex, okay? So disparate tools definitely is not a good idea. If you have a tool which tags itself as observability, it is probably able to replace the majority of the tools which I use. Not all. There will always be some very specific tools, bespoke tools that can't easily be replaced. But in such a situation, you would probably make sure that there's kind of a communication between an observability tool and whatever system is in place and can't be replaced. So if you consider observability as kind of the next step in IT management, but observability is not like a technical term, really. There's no RFC papers, nothing. So everyone who is in that pool has kind of their own interpretation of what is observability. But there's one thing, and on a very basic level, observability means you retrieve traces, matrix, and logs, okay, from all your infrastructure. And it is then depending on the vendor to make sense out of it, to remove the complexity for the actual user, which is an IT professional.